Hello and Happy New Year! Welcome to Stained Glass Gaming, where I turn video games into glass. Yet another viewer request video. This time, it is the logos of the three major consoles: Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation. I made these logos a bit smaller than the classic PlayStation logo because there weren't any really small pieces. I mentioned in my Skyrim video that I grew up playing on Nintendo consoles and didn't get into Xbox consoles until later on. I've mentioned I played on PlayStation consoles, but never actually owned one. The Xbox and PlayStation logos are pretty simple. They've been around since their inception. Nintendo, on the other hand, doesn't really have a logo that they've used over the years, which is why I decided to use the Nintendo Switch logo, since it is their most current logo. For the Nintendo logo, I decided to not make the middle part because it was too small and not worth it. I also wanted to keep the solder silver, and there wasn't much point in making the small piece. All the pieces are pretty simple to make. The only different thing I need to do is drill a hole in each side of the Nintendo Switch logo using a Dremel, starting at a 45-degree angle, then moving to a 90-degree angle. Under normal circumstances, I would use the ring saw and the separating blade to allow me to cut out the area I need. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the blade, and had to resort to using the grinder bits and slowly grinding away the circles. I sped up this part, and cut out all the parts where I had to reapply water, because, honestly, it was a lot. So while it looks like I didn't use water as I was grinding, I actually used it about every 4 seconds. I made a rookie mistake. It's a little difficult to see here, but I'll try and point it out. It looks like a scratch on the glass and is only visible when I tilt the glass so the light shines on it. I bought this glass at my local glass shop in the scrap bins. Scrap glass is much cheaper than sheets of glass, but there are things to be cautious about. The glass comes from previous projects and could be used as practice for getting used to cutting glass. Or, it was a part of another project that broke or was replaced. The white glass had black Sharpie on it, and I just thought someone had drawn on it. It wasn't until I cleaned it off that I realized the glass had score lines on it. Had I washed the glass off at the shop, I would have noticed the score lines much sooner, and would have chosen a different piece of glass. There is nothing I can do about it, and I'm honestly surprised it didn't break while I was grinding. It just goes to show that experienced people can still make mistakes. I didn't have any other white glass similar to the glass I used for the other logos. Oh well. Now I know for next time I'll look around in scrap glass bins. I am careful when foiling because if this breaks, that's it. Luckily, it didn't break, and I can solder as usual, though I'll still need to be careful to not overheat the glass. I keep these silver because even though the image I used had the logos in white, I can't exactly make the solder white, so silver will have to do. Despite the mistake on the Nintendo logo, it still looks good. I am really happy how all the logos turned out. I will do a PC logo sometime in the future, and now that Google has entered the video game market, I'll make that logo as well. The glass I picked for these logos look really good, even with the silver solder. I've mentioned I favor the black patina solder, so if I make these again, I'll probably turn the solder black. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you would like to see me make down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all through the next pane.